Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to try London Called by Two Bandits Brewing. I was actually thinking this was a Two Brothers beer. English Brown Ale. I had a friend pick this up and give it to me. Cool can art on there. I was going to say, I think it's a telephone booth. If I would have just read what was on there, I would have known. But yeah, cool can art. English brown. I usually like my browns. I didn't say the ABV. Is it even on here? I do not see the ABV on there. So let's look it up on Untapped real quick. Wow, 7.1% ABV. It's a little higher than I thought. Usually browns are in the fives. I was going to say most of the time I like my browns a little bit more nutty, more than that little toffee caramel that you get maltiness. But that's not saying this isn't a bad brown. It's going to be up to you how you like yours. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this. Almost a light brown red colored head. Bubbles are dissipating pretty quick from that pour, about a half a finger. Color, yeah, caramel. Caramel red in color. I can. It must be how cold it is, because I was almost going to say you should be able to see the outline of me. If I hold it up to the light, I can see the outline of the lights in there. But yeah, good color. A little bit more orangish, yellow down here. But brown ale, sure. Let's go ahead and smell. That malty background or backbone, what should be there, I think, a little light sweetness of caramel toffee in there. Not really getting a nuttiness, but for a standard brown, I think this is good. Maybe a little bit more maltiness than I think should come out of a brown, but that's just me. If you like yours a little bit more malty, this might be good. Yeah, I can definitely pick up on that caramel, that lighter caramel, almost like a 60 or an 80. Just thinking back to my porters and using different caramel malts. Yeah, like a 60 or an 80 caramel malt. That's going to give you a little sweetness, a little bit of that toffee coming through. You could say a tiny bit of roast, but your caramel malts are going to be kilned a little bit longer. You're going to get a little bit of roast. But yeah, that I would almost say bolder maltiness with light, sweet caramel toffee notes is what I get in the smell. Let's go ahead and try. Very light for 7.1%. But it almost has the malt character of a higher ABV beer. You get that maltiness, almost a little tinniness, maybe from the darker malts, darker crystal malts that are used in this. Not as sweet as on the smell, but the aftertaste, back of the palate to the aftertaste, you can get a little bit, I almost want to say, slightly burnt caramel with no sweetness. I would say sweetness level probably like a 1 out of 5. Yeah, drinks easy. No way. I would probably say 5.5% ABV on this one. But that maltiness, and I don't know if it's because I know it's 7.1, so they're going to use more malt to bring out that sugar. I'm guessing that's what they did. It doesn't have the sweetness like they use like a light brown sugar or something like that. So I'm guessing they used more malt for this. But yeah, that maltiness is there. A little, I don't want to say burnt because it's not like a stout, like a 500 SRM burnt taste, but kind of metallic tinny tasting. And I believe it's from the malt. Maybe they used a little bit more crystal malt than you normally would in here. I don't get an alcohol taste at all. On this one, I would have to go 3.75 out of 5. It is cold. I think maybe some of that sweetness is toned down, some of that caramel toffee notes, and the taste is toned down just because it is so cold. It's going to depend how you like to drink your beers. If you leave this out, I'm guessing since you know it's 7.1 and you're just not going to slam it, maybe by the end it'll change and some of that lighter caramel toffee will come out. But yeah, 3.75 out of 5 for me. Let's go ahead and check Untappd real quick. None of my friends have had it. A little over 200 people have checked it in. 3.78 out of 5. Style guidelines: malty, nutty, smoky, dark, peppery. Well, I said I couldn't smell the nuttiness that I wanted. I definitely didn't say it in the taste. Maybe there is a little bit of nuttiness in there, but I think that maltiness is a little too big. Maybe it's hiding behind that. Let's just see, since none of my friends have had it. Light brown, yep, with a hint of orange, almost maple syrup. Yeah, malty on the nose, caramel toffee. Yeah. So if you're into beers like that, definitely one to pick up and try if you enjoyed this review. Check out some more over here. Until next time, cheers.